Welcome back, everyone, to Corner Office Chats. Alexis and I are usually here together. We're here every Thursday at 1:30 Eastern. Today, Alexis is taken off, and so you get me, yours truly, Mehreen Siddiqui. So we both are high-performance coaches, and we work with women leaders who are looking to overcome their burnout and overwhelm and go from, getting their time back to having work-life balance again. So that's who we help. And today, guess what? The topic that we're talking about, because all of you are talking about this in our Women Who Lead Facebook group, is confidence and integrity. And let me tell you, today's topic, it's your secret weapon to life. So let's talk about it. Why is it important? Confidence comes from, us feeling totally aligned with who you are, being your authentic self, being connected with who you are, and being able to authentically connect with others. If you're not doing that already, that could be the reason why you're feeling that overwhelm, burnout, or anxiety in your life. Many of that is coming from because you feel disbalanced. You don't feel aligned with what you're doing. So how do we overcome that, and how do we create consistency in our life so that we start to feel more aligned with who we are and really show up with utmost confidence and utmost self-integrity, okay? So the first thing that we will talk about that you want to work on and make sure that you have in place is unapologetically set boundaries. Why is this important? So think about it. You all probably have gone through this. This phone, mine sitting right here with me, is something that will very quickly take over my life and your life, right? Think about every time it dings or every time you get a message or somebody calls, they interrupt your space, your goals, your aspirations. If you've heard Steve Jobs ever talk about it, he talked about he would say children shouldn't have it because it starts to cause this disconnection and ADD, right? A lot of us are dealing with that ADD. I know it happens to me as well. And one of those boundaries that I've started to set, and we teach our clients to set, is notice those things that are coming in and distracting you, okay? That could be notifications that are coming on to your computer. Those can be turned off. And when you're focused in on something, you need to spend your time very intentionally. You can put your phone away. Believe it or not, you actually have control over your phone. And you can actually communicate out to your family or friends that from this time to this time, I am busy. I am not available to be, unless if it's an emergency, please do not contact me because I will not be available to take your phone call. Look, there was a time many years ago, a couple decades ago, maybe 3 decades ago, where there were no cell phones and we functioned, or our parents functioned just fine without them. And now what we have is this need for always being connected or always being able to respond. So notice how that is affecting maybe your anxiety levels, your overwhelm, sometimes your burnout. We're not taking time for ourselves. I've experienced this myself. I've had to work on it. It's something that we teach as high performance coaches. It made a tremendous change for my life for the better. And that's why when I took high performance coaching for myself, that's why we got certified in it. And we're now teaching our clients the same tools that we received. So notice that in your life, that where you need to set boundaries. That can also be with people that you are engaging with, right? You will notice that there are people around you that may leave you not feeling the best, right? Has there ever been a time where you felt you come back and you're feeling exhausted, drained, and you don't want to talk to anyone, you just want to go to bed, you're just completely closed off? That's probably because there are energy vampires out there that suck the energy out of you, right? So you want to make sure that you protect yourself from those people. And when you start to work on creating those boundaries, you will notice that you'll have more consistency in your energy throughout the day, the week, the year, you know, that you want for yourself, right? What is it that people really, really want? Is they want to be energetic. They don't want to feel exhausted or consumed or always addressing to other people's agendas and not ever, they start to feel lost. So if you're one of those that are feeling like, I don't know what my purpose is, I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, especially for moms that maybe have grown kids now and are on the stage of becoming empty nesters, they may be going off to college. You might start feeling like, what is my purpose, right? Because we get so consumed with being there for our children that once they're grown and they become their own adults and their own identity, there's a time where we have to separate, and then we're looking at ourselves like, well, what is it that I want to be doing now, right? So creating these boundaries, going back to creating these boundaries, is going to help you so that you're very clear of who you are and how you're being. And if you have those that don't understand or respect those boundaries, then that's even more clear that they're making it about them and not about you. Okay, so create those unapologetically set boundaries for yourself, whether it's with your time or with the people that you're with. You know, and we can go on and on about just boundaries, but that's what I wanted to leave you with today. Second thing, focus on abundance versus lack of. We've all heard about it, right? You've heard Alexis and I talk about acknowledging others and acknowledging yourself. That is a form of gratitude. So think about this. Acknowledgement is a form of gratitude, right? So acknowledging that that these things have happened, or being grateful for what all is there for you, what tools you have, what abilities you have, what skill sets you have. Focusing on that then rather than what's lack of is going to make you feel a whole lot better. It's going to be one of your key secret weapons for really showing up with utmost confidence and integrity. Because Alexa says this. I love it when she says this. She says, when it comes to confidence, what does confidence mean to you? And I loved how she explained it in one of the corner office chats, is that confidence really is knowing that you have the ability of being able to get through whatever it is that's put in front of you, whether it's something new, that new challenge, whether it's something hard, whatever it is, knowing that you have the ability to get through and get past it, or have the skill set or the support system in place to help you there, then you can accomplish anything. Okay. Most people who have the lack of self-confidence, it usually comes from that they're so focused on the things that they don't have or that they haven't done. And what you can do is say, well, I have these skills and I've gotten myself to here using these skills. Then no matter what comes at me, I have the ability to do it. And I have the support system around me. If you don't have the support system around you, then you want to look at how can you create that for yourself. Okay. So again, don't focus on, I don't have any friends or I don't have any family to help me. Focus on, I do have people around me that care. I do have maybe work peers that I can lean on. Maybe you do have one or two friends, you just don't think of it, but they are there as your support. Or you have your family, maybe siblings or someone that you can go to. And if you don't, you can create it, right? Get out there and meet people, there's so many networking groups. There's so many clubs or different community of things that you can be involved with, where you create that community of support for yourself and be a support of others as well. So focusing on abundance versus lack of is also noticing what all the things that you do have in your life. We always say that everything that you have presently, you created. You created in the sense of who you're being and how you're being, right? There, of course, there's a higher being there. We believe that there's a higher being, God, Allah, universe, whatever you want to call it, but it is there and providing, but it's your belief in that it can be there for you, whether you're in a job, whatever job you're in, and maybe you don't like your job anymore, but if you're in that job, you created being in that job. You applied for it. You put the resume together for it, right? And if you're not liking it, only you have the ability to change your position, whether it's to stay in the same company or apply for another company, right? A job at another company. So thinking of your ability as abundance and the skill set that you have is going to leverage greatly as one of your secret weapons for winning in life. All right. Third one is stand firm in your beliefs and values. Super important. Beliefs and values. When our clients come to us confused and they feel as though they just don't know what direction to go anymore, is they've lost connection with what they believe is good for them and what their highest values are. So think about that for yourself. What are your beliefs and values? Okay. Now, if you're stuck and you're like, I really don't know what my beliefs and values are, what you can do is look at the people around you that you admire. And there's probably something in every single person that's around you that you do admire. Okay, that if you turn it around, there is something that you can admire. For example, when it comes to my husband, for example, I love that he is so disciplined and he's very disciplined in the way he schedules his life, whereas I'm much more spontaneous, whatever. So I value that discipline in him, right? And then I also love the fact that the way he leads himself is very servant leadership, right? He's always ready to serve. How can I help? Right? And so I value that because I know that I can count on him. He's going to be there for support because that's just who he is. So if that's something that I value, then that could be something that I strive to be, right? If I don't see myself being that, then I could strive to be more disciplined in areas that I want to be more disciplined, right? Or I could strive to be more servant leader in areas that I may not be as servant leadership as I would like to be, right? So you want to look at things that you believe in and you value and start working towards standing firm that it's part of you and that you are always looking to grow in that direction. It's really important. We all want to be growing. No one wants to stay stagnant. Maybe some of you do. But if you're watching this and you've been watching this for a while, it's highly likely that you're working on your own self-growth, your own personal development. So I want you to think about what values is it that you want for yourself. It's simple as Google up morals and values or beliefs. You'll get a full range of words. And then start circling all the ones that you resonate with and narrow it down to maybe 3 to 5. Start crossing out like, what are the highest ones that if all else, these are the ones that I always want to stand for, right? And that's how you're going to start standing firm of who you are. For me, it's integrity is really important. Hard work is really important. Honesty is very important. Honesty, sincerity, authenticity, all of those is very, very important to me. And just being casual is also important. Just not being uptight and being able to connect authentically is very important. So if you want to think about for yourself, what is it that's important to you that you want to strive to be and you hold firmly that these are your values. And when people look to you, that and you know what? Ask people around you, what is it that you can count on me for? What is it that you admire about me? What is it that you don't admire about me? You can even ask them that, and you can take it at whatever values you want. But remember, it is up to you what you create for your life. So pick the things that resonate with you and stand firm in those beliefs and values. All right, so today in talking about gaining confidence and integrity and creating that secret weapon for your life, we talked about 3 things today. We talked about unapologetically set your boundaries, right? Making sure that you know what your boundaries are, your limitations are, and what limits you want to put from the external world on you, okay? 2 is focus on the abundance versus lack of. So important. Focusing on what you do have and what is around you, what support you do have, rather than saying, I don't have this, I don't have that. Really important if you want to gain that positivity, that confidence in yourself, is really focusing on that abundance in what you have. And then number 3 is stand firm in your beliefs and values. All right, so stand firm in your beliefs and values, because that will help get you grounded in who you are. And when you're grounded in who you are, you will have more confidence in yourself, you'll have more integrity in who you're being. And that's what you're going to find is going to be the key or the secret weapon to really winning more days in your life. All right, so that's what we're talking about today in Corner Office Chats with me and you without Alexis today. She'll be back next week. And you know what? We have a new mini course that's out. If you're looking for some more tips on how you can increase your influence, win more days, increase your productivity, connect with intentionality and authenticity, if that's what you're looking for, we have a mini course that'll come straight to your emails. If you go to leadwithselfconfidence.com. That's lead, L-E-A-D, with selfconfidence.com. You can register there. It'll come straight to your emails with less than 10 minutes a day for, I think, 4 or 5 days. You will get the tips that you need. You'll get the tools that you'll need to really have you win more days, influence anyone, anywhere. Never second guess yourself when you're having to face decision making. And lastly, being able to connect with authenticity and intention. Okay, really important skills to have, and we were giving you the tools that you will need to start doing that now. Okay, all right, so thanks again, and we will see you again next week, same time, same place, Thursday at 1:30 Eastern at Corner Office Chats. Bye-bye.